Welcome, everyone, to the First Waves podcast, which is for all of you who would like to further boost your career development and continuously improve day after day. If you want to bring even more value for your company, bet on yourself, and have a great career in the corporate world, then this podcast is for you. This podcast is sponsored by Wave Business Excellence Footprint, an environmentally friendly online training company that cares about your personal development. If you want to find the best courses that would help you with your career development, then please check my website www.wave-bef.com. Here you will find over 22 digital courses. 7 of those are for managers and 15 of those courses are for non-managers. On the section that is called Training for Employees, you will find everything from short digital courses to certification programs. In case you are already a certified green belt, black belt, and master black belt, then we have other interesting topics for you. If you do not have a Lean Six Sigma certification yet, then we recommend looking at the certification programs, which will serve as a good basis. The best part is that you or your company do not need to invest money to travel to where I am, as you can participate from anywhere in the world. There are many ways to be successful in the corporate world and have the opportunity to continuously get to know new areas of the organization and always meet new people. One of those paths is the one of a Lean Six Sigma Master Black Belt. In this episode, I'm going to go into various points. In the first point, I will explain why the Master Black Belt role is so awesome. For the second point, I'm going to explain for whom this role is ideal and for whom is this role not a good fit. Next, I will outline a step-by-step journey towards becoming an outstanding Master Black Belt. I will also explain what to expect once you have attained the Master Black Belt role. To wrap it all up, I'm going to summarize the key takeaways and offer you a downloadable template as a free resource. Let's now start with step number 1. Which is to highlight what are the 10 reasons why the Master Black Belt role is so attractive. Reason number 1, as a specialist in process improvement, your expertise can be applied in any industry. So it is amazing that you are not bound to one industry. Just like a handyman or a handywoman who can fix things in any home or any office with common tools like hammers, screwdrivers, pliers, and so forth, you can apply your skills as a Master Black Belt to any sector or department. In the case of a Master Black Belt, the tools are the templates and techniques used for improving a process. The same way, a pipe in one office is identical to a pipe in another office. A process remains a process regardless of the industry. With a Master Black Belt, it does not matter if you have experience in pharmaceuticals, in transportation, logistics, finance, or manufacturing, because the Master Black Belt tools will help you optimize the process. This is why you are referred to as a process expert rather than a logistics expert or a finance expert. In my own experience, I have worked in many different industries which I did not know anything about. And this was an advantage because it made me look at things differently than someone who is an expert in a particular product or service. Some people think that process improvement techniques are limited to operations, but as a Master Black Belt, you can achieve success in any type of business because you possess the skills to drive improvement throughout the entire company, from HR and IT to accounting, sales, and marketing, and much more. Reason number 2. The attractiveness of the Master Black Belt role comes from its connection to all levels within the organization, from the highest level management to middle management and to the employee level. A Master Black Belt is the bridge between helping management identify the most valuable projects for the customer and bringing those projects to life by training and guiding the new Lean Six Sigma project managers towards success. Reason number 3 why a Master Black Belt role is so attractive? It's because of the networking. As a Master Black Belt, you'll have the opportunity to work with various departments, interact with different managers, and build a wide network within the company. Since you're not bound to one area due to the role of aligning processes end to end, you will have the opportunity to cover all areas of the business. And this may also include the company's suppliers. Reason number 4 why it's so attractive. Through the Master Black Belt role, you will have the power to build a business excellence program that generates round about 3% efficiency gains per year. Some companies view specific functions as cost center or a profit center. As a Master Black Belt, you can challenge their way of thinking. If you are first starting out as a Master Black Belt in a company, it may be seen as a cost center because of the 3% efficiency gains will not be happening immediately. Once the first few waves of training are over and the results of the projects are measured, they will change their perception and they will see you more as a profit center because you will be able to calculate the return on investment that is also linked not only to the soft savings but also to the hard savings. So now they can do the math. A Master Black Belt costs an amount of X per year for the company, and the results coming from all the training and coaching that the Master Black Belt has done equals to an amount of X per year. In most cases, this amount is 5 to 10 times more the return on investment of having a Master Black Belt. This is where they will realize that a Master Black Belt could actually also be part of a profit center. Reason number 5 why the Master Black Belt is so attractive. If you work for a multinational corporation, you will have high chances to travel to other branches in your company. Sometimes you will have similar processes in other countries. That's why it would be a good idea to duplicate improvements done in their location instead of reinventing the wheel repeatedly. Same goes vice versa. In case a Master Black Belt has seen good projects, he or she can then promote those improvements in other countries as well. Furthermore, if the company has a Master Black Belt community, it is important to meet with the community at least once a year in an offsite to discuss lessons learned and what needs to be done to make the program successful in the future. Reason number 6 why it's so attractive to be a Master Black Belt. You will be the one who will oversee training, coaching, and reporting at all levels of the organization. Therefore, you are like an internal consultant and guru when it comes to the methodology. You will be a key person for many people to have the chance to develop themselves in the organization. Reason number 7, you have the opportunity to work in topics that are important to the customers, to management, and to the company employees. A Master Black Belt is someone who needs to be close to listening to what customers are saying about the services and products. You will also listen carefully to employee satisfaction with their processes, and you will keep an eye on the key performance indicators that are important for management to improve. Reason number 8, you are the person responsible for solving problems and processing issues, especially when it comes to improving customer and employee satisfaction. Reason number 9, you are a change agent and contribute to a changing mindset towards continuous improvement, problem solving, process-oriented, and a customer-centric culture. And last but not least, reason number 10 why a Master Black Belt role is so attractive. You will often be at the center of the company's attention when it comes to performance and quality issues, which is what every company needs. In good or bad times, they will always need someone who can make their business more efficient and produce high-quality services and products. Now that we have looked at all the reasons why a Master Black Belt role is so attractive, let's take a look for whom this role might be interesting. First, you need to be the kind of person who is hungry for career growth. You should have the curiosity to learn new skills and new business areas. You should have the desire to expand your networking muscle and meet people from different levels of the organization. This is interesting for those of you who enjoy working as a mediator between teams and at different levels within the organization. It is ideal if you want to become a better communicator, trainer, and coach. The Master Black Belt role is for those of you who want to make your value to the company measurable. This role is for you if you have a calling to share best practices with people. It is also ideal if you work for a company with multiple offices in different locations. You should also enjoy traveling to those locations. It is ideal for you if you want to be seen as a valuable resource and act as an internal consultant. It is for you if you want to be a master at giving presentations and facilitating workshops. If you are a problem solver and have the desire to make employees' lives better and more enjoyable so that they can create better services and products for the end customers. And finally, if you think you have a good level of emotional intelligence, then you will be a good fit for a Master Black Belt because you need to feel what others are feeling. This way, you can improve things and you will be able to conduct successful coaching sessions. If you think you are a good fit for the above roles someday in your career, then I will give you now the roadmap on how to get there to become a Master Black Belt. Step 1 of the journey is to take part of the basic training. If you haven't yet received the basic awareness training on Lean Six Sigma, it is time to review this short module to make sure that you like the subject. Once you have taken the course, then try to envision if this is the direction you would like to go. Step number 2 is to complete your Lean Practitioner certification. Look around you and identify a process issue you would like to solve in your business area and ask your manager if they would like to support you in solving it. In the basic training from step number 1, you will find some advice on how to identify lean projects. Alternatively, you can ask your manager if there is any process issue they would like to solve. Perhaps they have a specific key performance indicator they are struggling with, and you could help them optimize it by improving process related to that key performance indicator. Once you have identified what you would like to improve, it is time to start with your Lean Practitioner certification program. You will receive a digital training combined with a one-to-one coaching sessions that are directly linked to your project. Your project's goal is to solve the process issue that you have discussed with your manager. To avoid information overload from the course, the WAVE coach will guide you step by step. For example, you will be assigned to a task to watch 2 to 3 chapters of the training by the end of the week. You will then have a coaching session to discuss what you have learned and how it can be applied to your project. Your WAVE coach will guide you through the process of creating project documentation. And once you have completed the tasks in a specific phase of your project, you will be assigned a few more chapters from the Lean training, followed by your one-to-one coaching. The same procedure will be repeated until the project is successfully completed and all process improvements have been implemented. Your WAVE coach will verify with your supervisor that they are satisfied with the results of the project, and then you will receive your Lean Practitioner certificate. It can take 3 to 4 months from the time you start training to certification. You and your supervisor should calculate that you will invest 5 to 10% of your time in the certification program for these 3 to 4 months. Since you will be doing this project in addition to your current job, it might not be so easy at first, but it will pay off in the long run. For example, if you spend 8 hours a day on your daily tasks, you may find that you will have to work 1 additional hour to keep your project moving forward. However, once your project is completed and your work process is more efficient, you will now only have to spend 7 hours doing the same kind of work that you previously did for 8 hours. With this extra hour won, you will be able to complete another Lean project. And at the end of the second project, you will notice that you have gained even more time by eliminating all of those non-value added steps in the process and better synchronization of process steps. Now we come to step number 3, which is a Six Sigma Green Belt certification. Once you have completed 2 Lean projects and you see that you enjoy the experience of this kind of project work and feel that you would like to learn even more process improvement tools and techniques, the next step is Green Belt certification. You can agree with your manager whether you can take the next step and participate in a Six Sigma Green Belt certification program. The duration of the certification and the amount of time spent on Green Belt training is very similar to the time invested in the Lean certification. With the Green Belt program, you will learn new tools and learn to use more data and statistics so you and your project team can make fact-based decisions. Together with your manager, you will both search for the perfect topic to improve a process issue in the company. And then again, you will have your WAVE coach to support you step by step until the project is completed. At the end, you will also face a short exam, which you don't have to worry about because your coach will make sure you're prepared and pass it with good grades. The most important part is to deliver the results of your project to the company so that your manager can see the value you bring to the company with your new project management skills and process improvement knowledge. The next step, which is step number 4, is a Six Sigma Black Belt certification. Many people ask me if they can skip the Green Belt certification and go straight to a Black Belt certification. The answer is yes, you can. The only way to skip the Green Belt and apply for the Black Belt program is if you work primarily on projects. For example, if you are a project manager in your company, you can go from Lean Practitioner certification to a Black Belt certification. If you're not yet a project manager, but your manager agrees that you will be working more than 50% of your time on projects, then this would also be valid to skip a Green Belt level and go directly to the Black Belt certification level. Here, as in the previous training programs, we will need a process improvement topic, which we will improve by running a Black Belt project. The only difference between choosing a Lean and a Green Belt project is that a Black Belt project should be harder and more complex problem to solve. It should be a problem that no one knows the answer yet, and no one knows the solutions either. All we know is that the service or product needs to be improved for the customer, and it is crucial that our company solve this problem because it is very important for the company. Black Belt projects usually generate an impact of more than 100,000 euros or US dollars. That is why training and certifying a Black Belt has a very attractive return on investment for the company. Once you are a certified Black Belt, in addition to your experience, you will be able to generate round about 400,000 to 500,000 euros or US dollars per year. So if you can generate almost 500,000 per year for many years, it will be much easier to negotiate a new compensation package. Black Belt projects tend to be more complex than Green Belt projects, as they cover many areas of the organization and will require a lot of handovers between different teams. In this case, the Black Belt will also receive a coach who will provide one-to-one coaching from the beginning to the end of the project, which will last round about 4 to 5 months. Like the Green Belt and the Lean training, these coaching sessions are scheduled according to the trainee's availability. These sessions usually last 60 minutes every 1 to 2 weeks. Here are the requirements for the Black Belt certification. You should have a confirmed project results. You should have project documentation reviewed and confirmed by the coach. The project documentation should be presented to your Master Black Belt, who's also your coach, and you should have passed your exams. And this includes the written as well as the oral exam. At WAVE, we have a specific assessment sheet that every coach uses for the Lean, Green Belt, and Black Belt coaching sessions, which has been revised, improved, and updated since year 2000. This way, every person going through coaching sessions will know what tasks have been completed and what tasks are next. It is a standardized, step-by-step structure that makes the project management experience bulletproof. It also allows each coach to maintain the same level of quality for all of the trainees. This structured approach ensures the best results for all participants of the program. And now we have arrived to the final step of your journey, which is the Master Black Belt certification. The precondition for joining the Master Black Belt program is to have worked at least 2 years as an active Black Belt. In order to be certified as a Master Black Belt, you must have successfully completed training at your organization and trained a certain number of Green Belts and Black Belts. Depending on your geographic location, you will need to generate a total financial impact, which is calculated based on the number of projects you have personally completed and the number of persons you have coached and trained. Let's say, for example, you are in Europe and working in the financial industry, then we will require a total of 1 million euros for you to attain your Master Black Belt certification. You will be guided by your WAVE coach to create a plan together and to attain these results. There is also an evaluation sheet and an exam related to the Master Black Belt program. When you facilitate training sessions, you will also be evaluated by the participants, and an action plan will be created between you and your trainer. The goal is to make you the best Master Black Belt out there so that you will be equipped with all the knowledge once you're certified. This development journey from the basic training all the way up to a master black belt level can take about 5 to 7 years. You will need 1 year for your lean certification. That's where you're going to do between 1 and 2 lean projects. Then you will need another 1 year for your 1 to 2 green belt projects. After that, you will need again 1 year to obtain your black belt certification. Once you're a black belt, then you should be 2 years active as a black belt. Then it can take another 1 to 2 years in the Master Black Belt certification program. When you reach the Master Black Belt level after those 5 to 7 years, you will probably also have seen an impact on your compensation package. The level of value you bring to the company should always reflect the way they pay you. You may start to notice the difference once you become a certified black belt, but don't expect it to happen immediately. You usually have to first prove yourself in this new role, using your new skills. After 12 months of delivering results, you can find out when the next round will be held in HR to determine the salary and bonuses for the next year and put it on the agenda. I speak more about this topic on episode 4 of my podcast titled Career Development Checklist: 5 Steps to Prepare You for Your Next Managerial Meeting. Now, the next question we might ask ourselves is, what comes after the Master Black Belt certification? Well, the Master Black Belt certification is the highest level you can get for Lean Six Sigma, but from there, your path is open to go in any direction in the organization. After a few years in a Master Black Belt role, you've probably gotten to know all of the managers and departments in the organization, and you may feel that you would like to go deeper into a particular line of business and specialize as a manager of that area. In some companies, it is a requirement to have at least a black belt certification level to apply for a manager position. In my case, I was able to join the management board where I was head of quality and efficiency. Later, I was head of innovation and became head of CSR, which is corporate social responsibility, also linked with the sustainability of the company. Then I became the head of continuous improvement team and, last but not least, the head of business excellence teams, having company directors reporting to me. This was all thanks to the Lean Six Sigma path and giving me a platform to show management that I had the skills to generate millions for the company every year. There are 2 roles which I regularly see Master Black Belts evolving into. The first role is of the deployment champion. Because you are now an expert in Lean Six Sigma methodology and you are an expert in process improvement and have such a rich network within the company, it is often the case that you naturally evolve into the head of the company's Lean Six Sigma deployment program. In my experience, if you have a deployment champion who does not have a Master Black Belt experience or background, he or she will have difficulty with this role. Over the past few decades, I have experienced that the best deployment champions are those who were certified Master Black Belts at some point of time in their careers. Another role that Master Black Belts can easily evolve into is that of a company's COO, Chief Operating Officer. Why? Because the COO must have a process mindset, a customer-centric mindset, must know how to create the right key performance indicators and measure process performance, motivate employees, continuously set new standards that are constantly updated by the team members. The Chief Operating Officer should be able to empower teams to measure their own performance and implement controls in processes so that teams are able to detect a defect when it occurs and fix it immediately. All of these tasks that I just mentioned and much more are things that a Chief Operating Officer should be able to set up in his or her area of responsibility, and these are exactly the things that you learn as a Master Black Belt. I have also seen Master Black Belts evolve into other roles because as a Master Black Belt, you will have the flexibility to fit into many different business areas and industries. At the end of the day, as a Master Black Belt, you become an expert in working with different people from different levels of the organization. You learn how to run projects, how to manage projects, how to coach, how to identify the needs and expectations of the end customer, and you know how to use problem-solving techniques to have happy employees in the organization. What else can an organization ask for? All right, let's put this all together now into a summary. There are many paths to success in the corporate world. I hope this overview today has triggered new impulses and ideas on how to choose the potential next step in your career development using Master Black Belt as a reference. In most cases, every 2 to 3 years, you may feel that you want to develop further and figure out what the next step is for you. You will only know what the next step is best if you have a clear vision. So visualize what you want to achieve with your highest career development. Focus on that, believe that you will achieve it, and enjoy the journey towards that vision without overcomplicating things. I hope this episode was valuable for you and made you reflect on one of the options where you could advance with your career. Before you listen or do anything else right now, I encourage you to pause for a moment, reflect on what was covered in this episode, and decide when you think is the right time to plan your next step. My team and I at Wave, we are here to support you in every step of the way. Your feedback is important to my team and me so that we can continuously improve the value we deliver, as we want to give you the most from each episode. Please rate, subscribe, send in your comments, and share with those who you think could profit from this episode. It's very much appreciated, and I'm grateful for your messages. I am also a work in progress and strive to do things better every day. This podcast is sponsored by Wave Business Excellence Footprint, where we believe that investing in yourself is the best investment you can make. On our website, www.wave-bef.com, you will find a total of 22 courses. 7 of those are designed for managers and 15 courses are designed for employees who strive to become the leaders of tomorrow. If you do not have a Lean Six Sigma certification, then you will find an outstanding certification program with Wave. In case you already have a certification, then we have other courses that will further enhance your skills. Look under the tab called Courses for Employees to see what course resonates with you. All these courses are designed to take you to the next career development level. Thank you, stay tuned, and see you in the next episode of First Waves.